We all know a Jeffrey investor. Buys at all-time highs, sells when there's some fake news, and his good strong altcoins go down. He now FOMOs into new projects that have zero use cases. You see, Jeffrey knows this is not the way, but he just can't help himself. And time by time, he makes absolutely no money. Jeffrey has a great plan. He wants to do well in cryptocurrency. He's excited about the next bull run. He just can't wait to quit his job and go and travel the world with his family. But unfortunately, with this mentality and mindset and FOMO-ness, he'll never make it. Adonis understands that the DC method, along with some speculative plays, is the way to true financial wealth in the cryptocurrency market with a small amount of money. But he doesn't complain. He doesn't FOMO in. He simply gets to work on his active income, funnels into his strong coins, and then he dips his toes into some speculative plays. And he knows by 2025 that this is the way to retire, quit his job, travel the world, and start something he really desires. This video, we're going to talk about the $1,000 to the 100K bull market portfolio guide. So I'm going to share some portfolios. I'm actually going to share, I think it's Crypto Banza, Ran the Man. I'm going to talk about his portfolio that he recommended. I'm going to give my argument against why that's probably not the best if you have the $1,000 to the 100K, because I want to talk about something before I even show you what these 2 points are on the screen here. The $1,000 to the 100K, that is a lot harder than people like to say. People just say there's 100Xs out there, and I'm going to show you some 100Xs that we've had recently, but chances are, and I hate to say this to you, but I want to be real in cryptocurrency, you're probably not going to find the next 100X coin. You're probably not going to find it, or you're going to be in when it's too late. So let's break that down, but here's my story. 2020 and 2021 was absolutely amazing for me. Now, I started investing a little bit before this. This was February. I made this video on my ecom channel, back when I used to do ecom. And the only reason I had this sort of cash was because I had an active income, and it was a big active income. And I started to funnel a lot of money. So you can see here, this is before I really started to funnel a lot. There's 30 Ethereum, there's 2 Bitcoin in this Trezor, and I had pretty much, give or take, the same in Celsius. And you can see here by October, the portfolio was growing nicely, 335K on this, Celsius account. And then obviously the Trezor, it was about sitting at 600, 700, 800K, whatever, by the peak, including a little bit of dust and some USDC. But this came from pretty much not nothing. I was putting a lot of money in, but I wasn't chasing some shit coins. I had some speculative plays as well, but I was just buying the big coins because I had the big amount of cash. Now, if you're brand new and you're new to cryptocurrency, you can do this. But if you have the $1,000, the moral of the story here is you have the $1,000, that isn't going to do shit in Bitcoin. You might get 3K, you might get 8K with Ethereum, so it's not going to do much. So you have to go down other plays if you have that 100X mentality. And that's absolutely fine, but there's nothing wrong with buying some Bitcoin Ethereum. I just want to keep that out there. I know a lot of people say, oh Jake, you're talking about altcoins. Bitcoin Ethereum, absolutely fine. I hold many Ethereum and a few Bitcoin. Still have some in Celsius, but I'll never get them back. Now, here's the 100X plan. There's many ways to do this in cryptocurrency, and I've got some 100X plays, and I will look to get into some as well, but there's a bunch of examples. I've got Axie Infinity here on the screen. I could give you many, many more. So Axie Infinity, a lot of people don't even remember this coin. Axie Infinity is and still is a massive game that millions of people play online, and you can see here, it went in 2021, not 2020, pretty much from nothing. If I go all the way back, if I can find it, 50 cents-ish, late 2020, 2021, 50 cents, all the way up to $160. You do the maths, it's more than 100X. Casper, a lot of people like to talk about Casper. I mean, how many X's has that done? It's done a lot. Solana, again, you could have bought this at 70 cents. It went all the way up to 250, 260 or whatever on a wick. And these are just big coins that people talk about. There's many tiny plays that have went down 1,000X, 10,000X, stupid plays. But those are always really, really risky. And again, the problem comes back to, if you have $1,000, what do you do? So first, I know this isn't a popular topic, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but imagine if we could just get 10 grand. Okay, so the $1,000, it's a nice clickbaity title. People like to talk about this, YouTubers like to talk about this, and I like to talk about this as well, because there is plays out there get you 100X. But imagine in this weird world before the next halving, which you have time, 8 months or so, imagine you could just get an extra 9 grand. And I know there's people out there in the comment section right now, 9 grand so hard for me, Jake. Yeah, it's hard to get extra income, especially if you make so low. But I'll argue it's a lot easier to get that 9 grand invested from Deliveroo, Uber Eats, Domino's, selling stuff on eBay, flipping stuff, potentially starting a business that doesn't take much to start. I would argue that is far easier than looking for the 100X moonshots, because 10K, if you have that, once you get that, and there's still time, it's only a 10X. to that 100k. And that's obviously the goal for a lot of people. The first 6 figures in their bank account. Yes, there will be some taxes, etc. You figure that out. But you know how easy that is compared to, the 100x. The 100x strategy, you're going to have to go down some crazy coins. Like, I'll give you some 10x strategies right now that I believe in. Ethereum could still get there, by the way. Like, in an absolute bullish fucking case, Ethereum could give you that 10x. I don't think it will. I think we stop at about 12, 13, 14k if we get the Ethereum ETF. You might hit 20k, so you might just get it with Ethereum. XRP will give you that. BNB, does it go to $2,000? I don't think so. I don't like BNB, just because I don't like Binance, but you never know. Solana, I think Solana will give you it. Cardano, does Cardano go back to $3? Probably. I'm not going to talk about Doge. Polkadot probably gives you it. Shiba will probably give you it. Monero probably give you it. A lot of these coins, HBAR, I'll argue HBAR goes back to all-time high at 50 cents. I'll argue it goes to $1. That'll give you it. ICP probably gives you more than a 10x. Probably gives you way more than 10x. Kronos will give you it. QNT will give you it. The Graph will give you it. A lot of these coins will give you it. Render will definitely give you it. Some of them won't do that well. Some of them might go to zero. But again, we're not just buying one coin. So if you had that 10k, you got the active income up, you might go after 3, 4 coins. You might go after 5 coins. You might go after 2 coins. It's a lot more easier, brother, to get that than the 100x, because the 100x, you know what you have to do? You have to go to like page 452 and you have to throw a dart at the wall and you have to say, okay, that's the one. And chances are the 1k goes to $100, to $10, to absolutely zero, because it's a scam. Because yes, you can chase the Pepes, okay? You can chase them and they're great to chase. You can't even see it on this chart, but this went up 1,000,000x, whatever, right? But chances are it's far, far too late. So I would argue really to try and get the extra 9k. We'll still talk about the portfolio, but this gets just swept under the rug. Like, oh yeah, just cryptocurrency is the next best thing. And it is for me, and it probably is for you, but it's so important just to try and get more income. Like, nobody wants to talk about it. It's just so, especially the YouTubers that I'm competing against, just get more money. Find a way to get more money. Whatever you have to do, just get more money. It's not that difficult, but it seems like nobody wants to do the work because they actually have to leave their couch, right? So the idea behind the bull markets. Now, if you're late after the halving, a lot of these noobs, basically tourists, the hairdressers, your mom, your dad, unfortunately, maybe you in 2021, these guys are going to make zero money. They might make a little bit of money if they take profits, but chances are they won't. For example, just basic Bitcoin. A lot of people get in at 40, 50k in the next half. They're like, yep, it's going to 100k. They would have made money on some altcoins and even Bitcoin, but they were holding for that 100k. They were all the way down and they probably sold here. So do not be a tourist. The idea is to be absolutely prepared. If you're not prepared today, you better be prepared tomorrow. And that means funnel cash in immediately. Now, the portfolio, hit in all sectors. You could go Bitcoin, you could go Ethereum, Layer 1, Solana, AI, Render, The Graph, Ajax. All these other coins will be great. Gaming, Gala, etc. Layer 2s, Matic, etc. Meme coins. It's always good to have a meme coin there if you have a small amount of money. But the problem is, we talk about Crypto Banter's portfolio here. They dropped this on their second channel, I believe. Now, here's the problem with small investors. We'll talk about these coins. There's a lot of coins. Like, how many coins is there? 22-ish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 20 coins here? Problem is, if you have 1k, how much is that invested? If it's 20, it's like literally nothing, like $0. And the problem with that is, even if coins do super, super well, by the time you take away the fees, etc., and moving coins back, so if you buy the coin, a little bit fees there. Once you sell the coins, a little bit fees there. It's like you lose a lot of the multipliers just on fees with a small amount of money. So it's hard to go for coins like this, but no damage is done. Even with 5k, if you invest in 20 coins, even 5k, 10k, no damage is done. So I would look at these coins, and I like a lot of these coins that these guys talk about, but they talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like, if you have like 2%, it's fucking, what is that, like $20 on the 1k? Like, it's not going to do anything. So it's very, very important that we just take this shit seriously and we start doing this. Can we get an extra 9k if we just have 1k? If you're already past the 9k, 20k, 30k, imagine what you can do now, because then it's less than a 10x to 100k if that's your goal. Now you're looking at 300k. So I like all these coins. I like most of the plays, but I would argue when you're seeing portfolios like this, it's just like, fuck, choose a couple. So if you said to me, Jake, I only have the 1k, that's all I'm interested in, and I want that goal of the 50x to 100x, what I would tell you, brother, is I would miss the Bitcoin, I would miss the Ethereum, I would miss the Caspa, I would miss the Uniswap, I would go down the line to Render and some meme coins, to be honest, because you're not going to get it with the coins that we talk about, QNT, HBAR, etc. They'll give you 10, 20x probably, but if your truly goal is the 100x and you're going to make these coins and you're going to make money on them, but you are going to hold for the 100x, chances are you'll be right back at square one in the next halving, because you're going to wait, you're going to make money, going to ride it all the way back down, and it's back to square one. So you would have to go under meme coins, gaming and NFTs, AI, gambling, storage. So the kind of like risky stuff, but also the stuff to do super, super well. You would have to miss all the well-established stuff because they're not going to give you the 100x. Again, get more active income. Do not be the Jeffrey investor. Be the Adonis. Think to yourself, imagine if I could just get more money. I could buy the big coins, the top coins, and yet I could still put a couple of grand in some meme coins anyways, some shit coins anyways, some AI coins anyways, that I would have had more if I just didn't get the money, right? So if you have 10, 20k in, right, and you really do your hardest to get that money in, but if your initial goal was only 1k, you could put more than that 1k into the speculative plays. And then you could go for a 300k portfolio. You never know, but you're 100% going to hit the 100k portfolio, and that's the goal. Get the first 100k, then it's only a 10x to a million. Live your best life, and I'll see you in the next video.